From putting together one of the most impressive high school basketball resumes you'll ever come across, to carving her way into one of the best lead guards at the college level, Raven Johnson is the true definition of a winning player. But along the journey, it was far from easy, and quite frankly, after Caitlin Clark gave her the viral wave off in the Final Four game last year, a lot of people wrote her off. But in the midst of all the outside noise that's come her way, she took it upon herself to spend the entire offseason enhancing every single aspect of her game, which paid off significantly. This is the Raven Johnson story. Born on March 4th, 2003 in Atlanta, Georgia, Raven Johnson coming up was the type of player that was highly competitive, no matter when she was playing softball or basketball. Now, throughout her development on the court, someone who she drew a lot of inspiration from was Kyrie Irving because of the way he set up his teammates. Now, Raven would start playing AAU basketball in the 6th grade for FBC Hunt in Chattanooga, Tennessee. It would be around the same time to when people would start telling her how good she was and how good of a player that she could really turn into be in the future if she just kept striving. Now, something that really helped her game reach that next level was when she met her trainer, which so happened to be the same exact person who trained Anthony Edwards.
If it was easy, everybody would do it. If it was easy, everybody would do it. Come on. I got to hear you. Here you go. Let's work, let's work, let's work, let's work. Good, knock down. Good, nice. See the difference when you go hard?
And before she knew it, she would start to turn into an exceptional floor general. Johnson would even play AAU basketball alongside Camila Cardoso for Team FBC Hunt, who was a grade ahead of her. There, Raven did not fall short of truly dominating the talent even as an 8th grader. In fact, Coach Keisha Hunt of the team even convinced the program director to let Johnson play in the older division, which resulted in her playing high school seniors as just a sophomore. And in the 2 years that Johnson and Cardoso played together, the two of them went as far as winning the entire Under Armour National Championship in 2019. Now, as a freshman, Raven would attend Westlake High School in Atlanta, Georgia, but unlike most freshmen playing varsity, she was determined that her dynamic type play style would really enhance the program.
Raven walked in as a freshman, as our point guard. And we had only gone through a few summer league games. And she looked at me one day, she said, "Coach, I'm gonna win a championship for these seniors." I said, okay. Because I knew she was gonna be my starting point guard, leave no doubt.
Now, for a freshman season, as the starting point guard on the varsity crew, she put up a very solid 11 points, 4 rebounds, and 3 assists, but was also a player who really valued the defensive side of the basketball, which allowed her to average 3 steals a contest and tallied it all off by winning her first state championship, but followed it up in her sophomore season by winning a 2nd state championship while upping her averages to 17 points, 3 assists, and 4 steals, but also became an exceptional rebounder despite standing at 5'8", as she averaged 9 rebounds a game. Now, Johnson wouldn't stop there. Over the next 2 seasons, she would help lead her crew to 2 more state titles and a national championship, while finishing off her high school career being able to win 105 straight games in the state of Georgia. By this time, the highly talented guard was considered a 5-star recruit and the #1 point guard in the entire country of the class of 2021, which allowed her to receive Georgia Gatorade Player of the Year and Naismith Player of the Year, along with being able to become a McDonald's All-American. Now, at this point in time, she had offers from big-time programs like UCLA, South Carolina, Florida, and Auburn, but she made the ultimate decision to sign a letter of intent to play college basketball at the University of South Carolina, and it was looking pretty promising for her. She was getting the opportunity to really learn and take the backseat role to other exceptional guards like Zaya Cook and Destiny Henderson, as well as being coached by one of, if not the best coach in the country. But unfortunately for Raven, in just her 2nd game of the season, she would suffer a season-ending torn ACL injury. Despite her absence, her crew went on to win the national championship. That offseason, she was determined to return better than ever, no matter what it took. And as she returned the next season, Raven became a key reserve for the Gamecocks. And on February 5th, 2023, she recorded a season-high 14 points, 7 assists, and a win against UConn. But as her crew made it to the Final Four game against Iowa, Johnson would receive the viral wave-off from Caitlin Clark when Raven was wide open at the three-point line. And that sparked a lot of backlash coming Raven's way, as South Carolina did go on to lose to Iowa.
Caitlin's competitive, so I don't blame her for what she did, but I mean, it did hurt me. It definitely hurt me bad, to the point that I wanted to quit basketball. And I'm just glad that I had the resources that I had, the coaches that I had, the teammates that I had to help me get over that hump. And I just feel like it helped me. Like I remember being in my room just crying every day. I remember watching that game over and over and over, to the point where people was like, "Can you stop watching that game?" And I was like, "I can't. Like I can't." And I remember LA coming to my room, and she saw me crying one day. I don't even know how she got in my room. I thought I locked the door, but she got me closer to God. I started going to church, and ever since then, my mindset changed. Like, I don't know, I started reading the Bible more, just getting closer to God. She's the one that really helped. She's really the one that really helped me get over that hump.
That offseason, Raven took it upon herself to really polish up those flaws in her game. She even took part on playing on the United States national team for the 2023 FIBA Women's America Cup in Mexico, where she helped lead her team into winning a silver medal. But coming into that next season, she already knew what time it was. She was now the starting point guard and improved her three-point percentage from 24% in the previous year to 35%. Now, Johnson was also a big help in the national championship game, to where they were able to face Caitlin Clark again. Raven did not disappoint, especially when guarding Caitlin Clark, to maintain a perfect 38-0 record. Raven Johnson has always been the type of player to push through no matter what came at her. And from suffering a season-ending knee injury to receiving tons of criticism from the viral wave-off, those are without a doubt the moments that have molded her into the player she is today. And because of that, she's now a two-time national champion.
I mean, especially with this team, just what we went through, how we started in the summer, and we made history. It's nothing to say, honestly. I mean, I can thank Coach Staley enough for this. I mean, it started with Coach Staley, it started with the freshies, and I'm just excited.
And with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, this is the Raven Johnson story.